Hey, this is Ryan McDonald at Shade Digital, and this is Creating a Digital Marketing Podcast number 3. And in this, we're going to go over the updates, what's happening since the last episode I brought out, and the difference between building, getting referral business and building a long-term sustainable lead generation flow, right? So what's happened since my last update a week and a half ago? Well, I signed 2 more clients, which is great. And one of those clients is a value-based client, value-based pricing method, which if you're not aware of value-based pricing, I talk about it here and there on the blog and some videos, but essentially what that does is it aligns the interest of the advertiser, the agency, and the client, right? So their goals become my goals. If I want to make more money, I need to provide more value. So there's no upselling, there's no raising my hourly rate or my monthly fee or anything like that. It's a simple, here's what you want to do, and you pay me for every time someone completes that action, right? We did this based on categories. They have different categories in their business. And I did a cost per sale structure with these guys. And a cost per sale structure based on categories, right? So some categories have more higher value products than other categories. So for every time I drive a sale, I get X amount. Every time I drive a sale in this category, I get Y amount. And at the end of the month, we'll look through all the different channels where sales came through, total it up, and then send out an invoice, right? And so this is relatively new in the agency world, or relatively untested. It's part of the reason why I started Shade Digital, was because I thought the agency pricing methods that have been going on were outdated. Hourly rate, monthly fee, and granted, I love monthly fee for a couple of reasons. And there's downsides to value-based pricing too. There's downsides to everything, right? There's pros and cons to everything. But I felt like there was an opening in the market for value-based pricing, where whatever you want to do, whatever you want to accomplish, whatever your goals are, you pay me based on how many times I'm able to complete those goals for your business. Whether that's a phone call, contact form, a sale, video view, there's time on site, who knows what a business's goal is. They all vary, but most of my clients are in the direct response space. And so I'm very excited to test that theory, to get that up and going. I've probably talked to 15, 20 businesses in the last 40 days since I've started. And this is the only one that actually asked about value-based pricing, which is great. I'm super happy that someone finally did. It's weird to me that most people are more comfortable with paying a set monthly fee and just saying, hey, do your thing, than it is, saying, okay, I'll pay you based on how many of this you drive. And that can get more expensive, right? If I'm driving, it can be more expensive depending on how you set it up. Let's just say that. And it takes more upfront work to figure out the correct, what to charge. Are these guys legit? Are they, there's a whole lot more trust and transparency involved that takes it to another level, right? Where it becomes way more a partnership than a simply, here's our monthly fee, pay us. Don't need as much transparency on the here's our monthly fee, pay us model as you do of, okay, our incentives are aligned. We need to work together. Okay, give us access to your analytics, your advertising accounts. Let's dig into the data. Okay, I think we can price at Y amount for this category, or revenue share based on this level of ad spend because your conversion rate is this and we see opportunity here, and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like it's an easier sell. I feel like it's an easier sell. It should be an easier sell when you say, hey, you know, pay me only when I drive sales for you. You know, it should be easier, right? Because it's a guarantee. There's a guarantee built in there of, okay, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about. Otherwise, he wouldn't try to charge us like this. And I feel safe spending the money because I don't spend any money unless they do what I'm hiring them to do, right? It's similar to, I guess, how maybe a lawyer would only charge if he wins the case for the client. I don't even know if that happens. I'm assuming it does. I see it in the TV shows, right? So I'm assuming it's a similar model or a similar thing, right? You feel way more confident going with that lawyer than you do with some guy who's like, fuck you, pay me. Just do. So we'll see if that takes off in popularity. Hopefully it does. It'll sort of prove my method and thought process right if it does. And I'm starting to see some agencies, smaller agencies, do this. It'll be real interesting long term to see where that goes. And then so the other client I signed, so I signed 2 clients between now and the last video. The other one paid me 6 months up front, which is great. You know, we did a standard monthly fee, and they're like, we don't want to think about having to pay and invoicing and blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, here's a check for 6 months up front, which is great. Cash, that helps me out in terms of cash flow. Literally the last thing I want to do is hound my clients for payment. That's the last thing I want to do. I've done that at other advertising agencies. I worked at an advertising agency where, you know, man, at least 5% of my job was to get clients to pay their invoices and pay them on time. And that's really not fun. That's really not fun. Hey, ring, ring, hey, this is, XYZ marketing. Yeah, so you're 2 months behind on your payment. Are you going to pay that? You still want to work together? Okay, you need to pay that. You know, who wants to do that? It's not fun. So I love it when people pay in advance. It's great. The second thing I want to talk about was building a long-term sustainable lead generation machine, a machine. And I'm taking a lot of my inspiration from Jonathan Dane. He helped start Disruptive Advertising. They're killing it in this space. And Client Boost. They're killing it in this space. And I'm taking more of the Client Boost methodology of long-term content marketing. The principles of content marketing are sound, very sound, very sound. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of labor. It's a lot of time spent. It's investing in certain things that you don't see the payoff immediately. You see the payoff a year down the road, 2 years down the road. And all the while, you see no traction for 6 months, but yet you still have to know in your head, I got to do this. Got to keep doing this. Got to keep putting out content. Got to keep adding value to people who want to seek your value, right? I'm in the process of dumping 6 years worth of digital marketing talent out into the world through my blog, through YouTube, through speaking. And I've never once charged to do it. Obviously all my YouTube videos are free. All of my blogs are free. I've never charged anyone to go speak at a conference. It's a way to differentiate myself, right? If you're not in this space, it's real hard to determine who knows what the fuck they're talking about and who doesn't. If you're not in the space, it's hard, right? It's like me trying to pick doctors. If you line up 5 doctors, how the hell do I know who's the best doctor? How am I qualified to know who the best doctor is out of those 5 doctors? No idea. No idea. But if one of those doctors has a YouTube channel or a blog, and let's say that YouTube channel has 5,000 subscribers, and he talks about his thought processes with different treatments and his thoughts on new medications or new modes of treatment coming out, I can see to myself, oh, that guy's a thought leader. Oh, that guy knows what the fuck he's talking about, right? So it's a way to differentiate yourself from the pack and to build that authority in your space. You build authority by spewing out everything you know and having, people judge you based on what you put out. It's as simple as that. If you don't do that, it becomes a price game. It becomes a commodity for everyone out there in the agency world or in literally any business, right? This can apply to any business. How do you prevent yourself from becoming a commodity? You put out content, right? You build your own audience. You build your own audience. And so that's why I give away everything that's in here slowly is coming out over time. Because it's a way to differentiate myself. It's a way to give value, to help people, and to stand out from the crowd. How many digital marketing agencies are there in Florida? Like 50? More? Who knows? I don't know. I know a few of the bigger players, right? But it's there's just quite a few out there. So, and over time, you start now and you do all this work, and hopefully over time it builds an audience, and that audience starts, whenever they are in the need for your product or service, hopefully they think of you because you've been there, given value, day after day, month after month, year after year, and really helping people out. And that's what content marketing does. It's a long-term play, and I'm in this for the long term. I'm in it for the long term. So that's what worries me is February is a great month. It's a great month for me. It's better than I could have hoped for. But is it better? Okay, so February is great. What does March look like? What does April look like? What does June, July, May, August? What do those months look like? That's what keeps me up at night. February is great. Awesome. Fantastic. High fucking five to myself. You got a business off the ground. Great. What does it look like 6 months down the road? 6 months, and that's really what I do on a day-to-day basis. I think I try to plan things out for 6 months down the road, best, worst case scenario, middle scenarios in terms of planning for the business. 6 months down the road, I'm hoping to get a steady flow of inbound leads from my content. Yeah. Will it happen? Who knows? No idea. No idea. It's a gamble, right? It's a gamble. But I know enough to know that there's a damn good shot of it. A damn good shot of it. I know the importance of creating a blog, creating good content, SEO structure, backlink profiles, how user experience impacts rankings, how to get to the first page of Google, and right for my blog stuff, YouTube. I don't know. I'm just sort of growing that organically, putting out content, trying to rank for things, whatnot. And I recommend you do this for your business too. If you have the time to do it, start doing content marketing. It's not about your business. It's about you have knowledge from doing whatever it is you do, whether it's 3D printers or building chairs or QAing TVs as they come off the manufacturing line, or whatever your business does. I guarantee you there's an audience out there that would enjoy the content. How many people want to know what it's like starting a digital marketing agency, right? I don't know. I did, and I didn't find a whole lot of great content on the internet. I found one-off videos some blogs by Jonathan Dane, some other things like that, but nothing like an ongoing week 1, week 2, week 3, week 52 that I could really dig in and see what it's like for myself. And so really that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing it. I'm building content that I wish was out there when I was thinking about starting this. Oh man, what else? I want to touch on Unilever. So this week I wake up Monday morning. First 2 articles on Ad Age are about Unilever threatening to pull digital ad spend from all digital platforms that, quote, breed division, which is just general enough to, just general enough to be threatening in a disconcerting way to these platforms. And Unilever, I think they're have the second largest advertising budget in the United States, something like that. They have insane clout with their marketing budget. So they can make demands of these platforms and these people will listen. I make a demand of Facebook or Google or Bing and Yahoo, and I've helped them out when they ask for my feedback, which it's happened a few times. But when it comes from me, it's a suggestion. It's a helpful suggestion as someone who uses their platforms day in and day out. When it comes from Unilever, it's way more like a threat. Way more like a threat. And let me tell you this, it's a bluff. It's a bluff. Oh, Unilever's just gonna stop doing digital advertising in 2018 for any length of time? No. They're not. Why? Because they know how effective digital advertising is. And yeah, they have concerns about brand safety and whatnot, but guess what? Get over it. The issues are going to fix themselves over time. You keep working at it, you keep nudging these guys, they'll fix themselves over time. You know what's not going to fix itself over time? Is if in 2018, when everyone's on their mobile device all the time, you threaten to stop digital advertising. Good luck to your business. That's all I gotta say is good luck to your business. And to Facebook and Google and Amazon and Pinterest and Bing and any other digital platform, don't worry about it. Fix whatever issues to make your platform the best platform it can be, to drive the highest ROI it can. But don't worry about it. It's a bluff. It's a bluff. No one in their right mind is going to stop doing digital advertising in 2018 based on brand safety issues or things that breed divisiveness, right? A newspaper can breed divisiveness, right? A radio, right? Rush Limbaugh, he probably breeds divisiveness, right? He's got a big audience, though. But yeah, so it's such a general threat, and it's like, how do you stop a platform like YouTube where it's for creators? There's 1 million people out there like me who are uploading a video to YouTube today. Some of it's going to be real fucked up content. It just is. How do you stop that at scale? That's a hell of an engineering problem. And Unilever is just going to sit back and judge YouTube for not being able to figure out one of the hardest engineering problems anyone faces today, right? Hey, Unilever, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Cut them some slack. Quit bluffing. Work with them, right? Or go ahead and pull your digital ad spend. Do it. Go back to being all in on TV. Go back to being all in on radio advertising. I don't care. It makes, for my companies, for the companies I represent, it's going to make things cheaper, right? You get Unilever, you get P&G, Procter & Gamble, you get all these sorts of companies out of the digital ad spend marketplace. Rates go down for me. Rates go down for my clients. So do or don't do, but it doesn't help at all to threaten these people when they're facing enormous engineering challenges. So, all right. Well, if you like this video, I would love it if you subscribed, you liked, you shared. You know, when I see a new subscriber or someone who hit like on a video of mine, it literally makes my day. Or if you comment, I'd love it if you commented. So like, share, subscribe, comment, and have a good day. And thank you for listening. This has been Ryan McDonald at Shea Digital. Peace out.